To understand the last two right-of-way rules, we're going to have to become familiar with a term called overlap. When two boats are on the same tack, then there are two possible positions between them. They are either clear ahead, clear astern, or they are overlapped. Overlap simply means that the furthest forward point of one boat crosses a line drawn across the furthest aft point of the other boat. Now there is a special clause about equipment in the normal position. This means, for example, you cannot extend your bowsprit to gain overlap when you are not flying your spinnaker. Typically, the aftmost point of a boat is the trailing edge of her rudder. There is a second case where two boats overlap, and that is where there is a boat between them that overlaps with both of them. Let's look at some examples to understand this concept better. In this example, the boats are not overlapped. The orange boat does not cross the line drawn perpendicular to the aftmost point, the rudder, of the yellow boat. So the yellow boat is clear ahead, and the orange boat is clear astern. Now in this example, the two boats are overlapped. The tip of the bow of the orange boat intersects the line drawn off of the aftmost point of the yellow boat. For overlap, it does not matter which side you are on. These boats are overlapped as well. In this example, we have three boats. Yellow and orange are overlapped. Orange and blue are overlapped. And because orange is between them, yellow and blue are considered to be overlapped as well. This situation has important implications for right-of-way and mark room that we will see shortly. It is important that there is a boat between yellow and blue for there to be an overlap. In this example, orange is not between yellow and blue, and so yellow and blue are not overlapped. Yellow is clear ahead of blue. Yellow and orange are still overlapped, and orange and blue are still overlapped. Now we can consider Rule 12, which deals with boats that are not overlapped. The boat that is clear astern must keep clear of the boat that is clear ahead. This is pretty straightforward and makes sense that a boat that is leading has right of way relative to a boat that is behind. Now you may wonder what would happen if the two boats become overlapped and immediately have a collision, as would most likely be the case in a rear-end collision situation. We will discuss this later on around changes in right-of-way, but in most circumstances, the clear astern boat would be at fault. Finally, we come to Rule 11, Windward and Leeward. It states that a windward boat must keep clear of a leeward boat when the two boats are overlapped. If they are not overlapped, then Rule 12, clear ahead, clear astern, applies. There are several different situations where this rule could apply, and some that you may not have thought of. Let's take a look at these. The most commonly thought of overlap situation is between two boats on a reach. That's case 1. Overlap can also occur on a close haul course, such as in case 2. In both of these cases, the boat closest to the wind is the windward boat and must keep clear of the leeward boat. It can be a bit harder to understand which boat is the windward boat when on a run, as in case 3. Generally in this case, I think about what would happen if you were to head up. If both boats were to head up to a reach, which one would be the leeward boat as they get on that reach? This boat remains the leeward boat when you're on a run. Finally, the windward-leeward rule can come into play on different legs of the course, as in example 4. If a downwind boat encounters an upwind boat and they are on the same tack, then the downward boat must avoid the upwind boat. However, if the downward boat was on starboard tack in this example, then the port starboard rule would apply and the upwind boat must keep clear. Next, we're going to discuss some limitations to these right-of-way rules.